everyone, Goji Madzilla 1994 back at you with another video. Today is actually not going to be anything Godzilla related. Today it's actually going to be something Angry Birds related. So I have decided to do my countdown on my top 3 favorite Angry Birds games and my top 3 least favorite Angry Birds games. Now, there will be kind of, this is my opinion, so if you don't like my opinion, don't dislike this video, just type in the comments what games that I don't like that you guys like, and that's it. But other than that, let's get on with the video. So starting off with the worst list, number 3 would have to go to Angry Birds Go. Now, I understand, the concept sounds cool. It's Angry Birds, basically Mario Kart. When I first heard they were making a racing game, like an official Angry Birds racing game for, like, iPad or whatever, I was excited. iPads and anything. But when I first got the game in hand, I was very, very disappointed because you had to tilt it, and I thought you were gonna just not, like, tilt the screen or tilt the system. Like, in my opinion, if you're tilting the thing, it's gonna be really tedious for you. Sure, other people do it, and practice makes perfect, but no matter how much practice I do, I still can't. Okay, that's also not the only gripe. I kinda wish it's gonna maybe anger some people, but I kinda wish it was 2D. Not gonna lie. But with its tedious controls, and I kind of wish it was 2D, and plus you have to buy the darn it thing. You have to buy extra vehicles. I know there's such thing as tripods, but I don't use tripods all that much, and yeah, Angry Birds Go is at 3rd. Number 2. This was actually originally going to be my number 1 pick, but I decided not to, actually, because I thought that the game that I'm about to place in number 1 is very tedious. And this game is Angry Birds Evolution. Why do I pick this game? Because, apparently, I believe this is true, but Rovio decided to put more matureness into it. Angry Birds is supposed to be this. Launch the bird. There you go. That's Angry Birds in a nutshell. Basically in 3 seconds. Step 1. Actually in 3 steps. 1. Launch the bird. 2. Aim it. 3. Win level. That's basically it. And I understand for variety, but I just like those simple Angry Birds games where you just shoot and... It's cool to have variety, I know, but what are you gonna do much with Angry Birds that all they do is just, they're circular shaped, and their enemies are pigs, which are also circular shaped. And, except for, Icebird, I can't remember his name, probably Icebird again, and Chuck. They're triangular and squared respectively. But, Angry Birds Evolution, I really don't need to go into detail what's bad. It's just straight up bad. I just don't like it. And number 1. And the number 1 worst Angry Birds game I have ever played is Angry Birds Epic. I don't think it's epic. Sure, the game concept of them fighting, like literally, it sounds pretty meh. But when I got the game in hand, again, I was very disappointed. In fact, I don't really like Angry Birds Epic. Like, I believe when I played it, or according to some stuff, I remember I played it and it's kind of like this RPG kind of thing. I just don't like, again, Angry Birds is supposed to be launch, sure the pigs could have their revenge, but I would have liked it if maybe Bad Piggies would, in my opinion, would be their revenge. But Angry Birds fighting the Bad Piggies in a war, I just don't see them doing that at all, really. And Angry Birds Epic is just, It's just a really big downer. So, that's my top 3 worst. Now for my top 3 best. Number 3 is Angry Birds Rio. Angry Birds Rio is one of those games where I feel like it's very, very odd to see a crossover between two different things. Rio and Angry Birds. Like, how can you make a crossover with that? Well, they managed to, and with the association thing, they managed to pull off what I consider one of the best Angry Birds games of all time. And even with the new update, with Angry Birds 2 and the kind of like the little redesigns with Rio 2, I loved it. To the bottom of my heart. I extremely loved it. Number 2, Angry Birds Space. Angry Birds Space has to be one of the most epic video games, in my opinion, of all time. Sure, the one thing I really like about it is it takes place in space. Now, I'm not a space nerd or anything, but I just how, like, it goes straight, and it makes it so much easier. But, again, like, the bubbles, they kind of just, like, gravitate you towards it. Just kind of, like, it just goes straight. But if there's, like, one of those force field gravitational things, it pulls you right in, boom. And I also like the Angry Birds' brand new powers. And especially my favorite one being Super Red, or Red. The Red Bird, you know. But what game can top this one? Well, it is the one, the only, my number 1 pick. Actually, let's do honorable mentions. Sorry. Sorry for that quick interruption. Honorable mentions, Angry Birds Seasons, very cool game, but I just feel like they're kind of running out of ideas. It didn't make it on this list, or either of the lists. It is a good game, I will say that. And last but not least, the Angry Birds Star Wars 1 and 2. In my opinion, Angry Birds Star Wars 2 is the better of the two, but I'd still say that Angry Birds Star Wars is a good game. And also, another honorable mention is Angry Birds 2. So yeah, 4 of them, but I just don't like how Angry Birds... It seems like that Where's My Water 2 and Angry Birds 2 are two of the most popular games made by different companies, but their sequels seem kind of similar. Like, you kind of go on this kind of side-scrolling thing. But the number 1 Angry Birds game is Angry Birds. Nothing more, nothing less. This game is the most, in my opinion, the most epic app I've ever played. Not because it's Angry Birds, but its simplicity. Or simplistic, I don't know how to say it. But it's very simple, it's very creative, in my opinion. Like, who would ever expect to see an Angry Bird, circular shaped, fly into a slingshot and be launched at a tower with pigs in them to get their eggs back? Who knew that would happen? But the one gripe I have with the game is the ads, but even then you can buy it to make it not have ads, which I think it's a pretty big plus. So what's your guys' opinion on Angry Birds? What's your favorite Angry Birds game? Let me know your list down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!